Hello and welcome back to this playthrough of Dragon Age the Veilguard. We're getting right into it and finding the Morn Watcher that we're going to recruit for our team. In the last video we did a couple of side quests after we wounded the dragon but did not defeat
This
it.
is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met. Well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl, what a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
Rook, fellow Morn Watcher.
Rook, man has mentioned you.
He looks a little less strange than he did in the reveal trailer, which is good.
So the necropolis is still a cauldron of gossip.
Oh, you know how it is.
Some things never change.
I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here.
Sure.
I must investigate. Would you mind accompanying me further into the shrouded...
Never thought I'd actually see this place for myself.
Things have changed since you left the Order, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Oh yeah, and in the last video, hold on. And in the last video, we also we helped Harding practice some of her new abilities.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
And she heard a voice.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
The necropolis always surprises.
Careful, Rook. It singled you out.
Okay, that separated us. Don't panic, that's what this spirit wants.
What is this? Oops, I hit the wrong thing.
Nothing.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
I feel it. What a waste.
Aren't you a necromancer?
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things. Will forward, Rook.
Save a little for the rest of us, Rook. Emmerich, do that again.
That one's all set. Excellent work, Rukana. Must free that bell.
If you need another watcher, I can help.
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out.
Of course we
Could
will.
you please find one? Bring it here?
Do you think they
Absolutely.
still remember me?
Rook, you know a wisp will follow a watcher when called.
Hmm. Well, these things are a little annoying, aren't they? Oh, can I use this? Is this a wisp?
Heal the eyes of the dead.
Why just the eyes? That makes no sense.
It's watcher tradition.
Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor,
Just
you weren't that surprised we need a Fade expert.
the spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when.
It's got white stance. They're attacking from afar.
They're at range. End it now. Now.
Attack from afar. They attack from a distance.
Shoot.
Attack from afar! Ready and waiting!
How many are there?
Struck, Lucanus!
Clear. All that ice. More magic?
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring it. Distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
So how do we get past it? Here, I guess.
This is locked too. And I didn't see any wisps around.
Call for it.
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps. Door.
Sure.
The necropolis wisps look lively as ever.
Care for us, Rook. Friends of ours.
Can't do this without a wisp. Here's our second wisp.
Never seen.
The peace of the necropolis is a balm to many of its inhabitants.
Nice.
Ah, yes. I've noticed you.
Hmm.
There's,
Strange. This door shouldn't be here.
you know, the necropolis. Always shuffling rooms around.
Predict its whims. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
Who'd be dumb enough to trespass in our necropolis?
The mind reels.
Ready when you are. Get clear! Well done!
Fantastic, Rook!
They're all yours.
Oops.
We need to close in. Stay in cover. Nicely done, Emery.
I'm ready again. We're under fire!
Oh, is that it?
Everyone intact?
Any potions around? No.
So we use mass disruption to get rid of all these despair spirits at once?
Precise. I sense their soul. Bringing it will banish them. We must find who lured them there in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Tell me, Rook, what work took you so far away from the necropolis?
You remember that uprising of undead nobility a while ago?
Banners? I was up in the city when that broke out. I heard a young watcher, Inglevold, put a stop to it.
And got into trouble. It was decided it might be best for that young watcher to see the world.
Ah, say no more. Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
Lovely.
It's just corpses. I don't sense spirits nearby.
You're straining. Relax your gaze. Mind lighting those braziers, Rook? This to the bell. Clean it quickly. The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished. Fade.
Any mal...
Hmm.
Hatched one.
Judgment lies with the dead.
The body, and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
The Watchers never taught me that.
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Talking to corpses.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. Think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that hand of glory burns them...
You found those Venatori?
They have no place in these halls. Set that one up! Look! You're injured!
Another assault. I will be it.
I'm ready! Ready? assistance!
Oops.
Hit the last blow! Everyone's ready?
Right, Ray.
I'm at the ready!
There we go.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Oops. Oh, great.
Their spirit.
Never stops.
I see that.
Didn't even mean to use that, but sure, makes things easier.
Masterfully done, Rook.
One less spirit of despair in the necropolis. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know that make villager ones into Vinter.
Oh, hello.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, What remains of them will be put to work. The sunken star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
Okay.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
Yes! Kill them all, but save the lift!
One up.
Whoops.
Got it.
Of course.
We have them now.
They're down.
Into the fray. That one's ready.
Is someone healing them?
Say the word!
Someone's healing them.
Bring our wheels together! Strike again! I'm ready!
I'm not gonna make it.
Understood.
Ready and willing.
Clear.
Last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
But of course something is gonna get in the way, right? It's usually how it goes.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
Okay. do my best.
There's the Venatori.
How are we doing, Everett?
The bell is slowly awakening, but we must fight a little longer. Venatori are conjuring spirits.
We'll stop them. Watcher's duty.
I'm ready. Halfway there. Sage. Ready and waiting. Look left. Raid demon. On it.
Oh my goodness.
Clear. Get out of there.
Emmerich, now what?
Now, the grand metropolis shows itself.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
I'm all good. Let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
Sure thing.
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Adorable. Is your assistant wearing the old Watcher livery?
Manfred sewed it himself. Eventually.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. I don't have to tell you the consequences. We need another necromancer. A Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
It'll be good to have another necromancer along.
My knowledge is at your disposal, and I could catch you up on events at the necropolis.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful! I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
What a sound.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the glowing lantern.
Wow, who's that? I wonder. So, drawing on his necromantic powers, Emmerich banished the despair demons infesting the shrouded halls and drove out the invading Venatori. Learning that malevolent ancient gods are causing chaos in the Fade, the professor joined the team to help stop these mystical threats to creation. Unbeknownst to him, the Venatori plot is the beginning of a chain of events that will lead Emmerich to a dark figure from his past. So, let's see what we have here on our handy-dandy map. Let's talk to Emmerich and see how he's settling in, and then we'll talk to Balara and see about starting the other quest. Where are we going? Nope, didn't even mean to go there. I meant to go... Nope, not there either. Where am I going? Why am I so confused? And why can't I mark it?
Oh, Rook! Good to see you. Irilyn and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed and don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready.
All right.
You've been quiet?
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Do you think this voice has answers about your magic?
She must. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Almost 10 years ago, a shaper from Orzammar bonded with a titan.
Titans, ancients. You think it's related?
It would make sense, wouldn't it? Volta. That was the shaper's name. Maybe there are more like her down there.
I'd like for you to get the answers you're looking for.
Me too. I know some people in Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
All right. Good old Orzammar. Who's next?
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh, right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
Well, we'll keep her waiting a little bit.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Hassan.
Oh, I guess we're both adjusting.
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Then where did Hassan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
Well, a confused griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum. Sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
Doesn't seem right that they'd go extinct twice.
Not if I have anything to say about it. You sure you'll have time to help? You've got a lot on your plate. Elgernon and Gillinane. Hard to believe.
Our very own elven gods are ending the world.
That'll endear us to the rest of Thedas. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
I'm not blind. Keeps me awake at night.
Just making sure you know what you're in for.
We're all in for it.
Well, I've been in a staring contest with death most of my life. Haven't blinked yet. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
Okay, let's try to find Emmerich. Where are they keeping him? Where is this? I honestly find this area so confusing. Oh. Found Emmerich.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in.
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
It attracts all sorts of spirits. Maybe a diversion in the etheric flow?
At the least. There's such a complex of wards here. I doubt it's a single spell.
You should compare notes with Balara.
We've already begun. Although, I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
No one's afraid of my necromancy.
Oh, that's a relief.
That I know of.
Our art is so easily vilified.
That's life outside Navarra. You'll win them over.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
Of course.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Vorgoth asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas.
Great.
They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
A watcher's work is never done.
How true. I'll send word the necropolis should expect us.
Okay. So, what to do? We have a lot to do, actually. Okay, I'm gonna check out these companion quests, see how long they take. Okay, so I'm gonna do Lucanus' companion quest first. So let's get to Treviso.
You've seen that dragon run out of Treviso.
Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Dea.
For Katerina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Thea. This is just too much right now.
If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
You're such a dear. I hope these two are paying attention.
Thea, don't flirt with my colleague.
Jealous? Fine. To business, then. There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Katerina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Ilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Katerina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
It's a little weird.
Boys, enough of this. We have other things to discuss.
My apologies, Andrea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
Something's going on with him. I don't know what.
When he's not on the job, my cousin always has his head in the clouds.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next, and my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come, I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Katerina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Hilario, as usual.
She was a smart lady.
She was the best. Of all the Talons, Katerina was the sharpest.
Which makes it even harder to believe this could happen. Nobody could catch her unaware. And now Hilario's got his head in the clouds.
I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Thea.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
Something always comes up. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay, so I guess something will come up then. Okay, in that case, let's do Balara's quest, which will probably end up being longer.
I can't believe it. We're meeting after all those letters. It's an honor, Professor Emmerich. What should I call you? I mean, with everything you've done, it feels strange to just call you Emmerich.
Emmerich is fine, please. We're not in a classroom after all. Far less predictable.
Have at them!
It's closing in!
Now,
Trapped. Can't get out. It hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die. Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
it's distressed. Much more will overwhelm it and turn it into a demon.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
Help him. Help me.
What do I keep doing? Where are we in combat? There we go.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yanarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
I'm still a little confused about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, of course you are. Sorry, sometimes I forget not everyone spends all their time studying ancient elven artifacts. We're going to check the crystal alignment, fade connection, and the lyrium reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry.
Forget it.
All right, go team.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Balara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly.
Of course.
See you soon.
So, what was all that about?
What was what all about?
That tension seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Here we are, the artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of time for repairing walls. At least until someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random example. Okay, see those 2 power crystals? The ones that aren't glowing?
Mm-hmm.
There should be a couple of replacements, charged ones in the room. If you grab them, I'll make sure the artifact stays calmed.
Here you go. There's one.
Okay, new power crystal is in. Was that a possibility?
Always is.
And there's 2.
And there we go.
So it's calmed now?
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay,
Nice.
let's keep going.
Sure. Sounds good. So it's nice out, at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right.
Oh, there it is.
Found one.
Bring it over here and put it in the socket.
Are there 3 this time?
So what did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it every 30 minutes. And for some... while it did it. So that was out. Okay, reserves replaced, which means there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do, I know.
No one's currently trying to kill me. That feels like a holiday.
Right. I forget how exciting your life is. Okay, one more to go.
Okay, one more to go. Lead the way.
Not too far now. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that, as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. Or helping lots of people. Everywhere. I like that.
So how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Some of them like to try and blow up when you do it.
Rook, what do you need?
Never mind.
Found the other crystal.
Great, slot it in. There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
Right, yeah. But does it have to be done by you? Any veil jumper could do this work, right? Why not let them help?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough when it counted. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
Alara, I'm,
My brother.
What?
Back there. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
What happened to your brother?
Syrian. His name was Syrian. We were the same, you know, in a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Nottisterthalin, figured it had the answers, or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
I'm sorry, it doesn't feel like enough.
It's something, even if it doesn't fix it. Syrian, he felt responsible for our people, for me, my little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan, hummingbird, in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking, trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook. Thank you for being here.
Quest complete. Belara tested the artifacts and concluded that they are safe. She also opened up about her brother Syrian, who died in a magical mishap that Belara blames herself for. It's nice to see that she's more than just what was shown in the beginning. Okay. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We have a lot of side quests in factions and regions. But what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up here. And next time we are going to find our last companion, the Dragon Slayer. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see what happens next and come along and recruit the Kunari Dragon Hunter with me, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and we will see you next time.